Hi, welcome to Effortless Success, Chapter 2. Now, in the last chapter, we talked about the demo phase. How do you get started quickly? Now, there's a great quote. I believe it's from Joe Vitale, but I don't remember, honestly, who said it. But the quote is this: "Money loves speed." Money loves speed. That means that in business, it's better to be fast than to be perfect. The number one problem I see with people trying to start a business is they're too slow. I have a lot of friends, I have actually family members also, who talk to me about starting a business. And they talk and they talk and they plan and they plan and they plan. They think they need to write, a 50-page business plan. And they think everything needs to be perfect before they start. So, of course, usually they never start. Even if they do start, guess what? The plan doesn't work. The plan never works. Okay, because life is messy. Life is full of surprises. So forget detailed plans. Do not write a 50-page business plan unless you are starting a business with a lot of money. But if you're bootstrapping, like me, like all good entrepreneurs, then forget the detailed plan. You don't need to be perfect. You're going to use the demo approach. You created your little cheap demo product or service. You created your cheap demo web page, and you created your cheap demo Google Ads and Google Ad campaign. So congratulations, that's how you start. You can do all of that in 1 week, or maybe 1 month, depending how busy you are. It should be very fast. Don't try to be perfect. Let it be ugly. Let it be so-so. Let the quality be not so great. It's okay. Your customers are going to tell you and help you. And be honest with your customers, right? In the beginning, tell them we are in the demo phase. Now, in web business, we have this great thing called beta, the beta version. The beta version of a website. What does beta mean? Beta means demo. It means, here's our website, but it's not quite finished. Even Google uses this. When Google started their Gmail, right, their email account, guess what? In the beginning, they had a beta version. They had beta Gmail. And people could join and they could use Google's email account. But it wasn't finished. They told you directly, this is a beta version. This is a demo version. It's not finished. There will be problems. It might be ugly. Some things might not work very well. So they told the customers in the beginning about that, and everybody was fine. They were happy. They were like, oh, okay, it's still interesting. It's still interesting, so I want to try it. And then, of course, very quickly, they started improving, and now it's really fantastic. Well, that's the approach you want to take also. So it's okay. Let your beginning demo product be really horrible and ugly. Just, make it very cheap. Charge just a little bit of money. If it's really horrible, like just terrible, you can always even make it free. It's okay. Let your demo in the very beginning be free. I think actually doing it free is usually not a good idea. I think you should at least charge something, even if it's $5 or $7. My first lessons I charged $7. And people were okay. I told them this is a beta version. We're just beginning. Everyone was fine. Nobody really complained. Okay, so you have that part that we talked about in Chapter 1. Now, I want to talk more about the marketing campaign. Chapter 2, we're going to talk about bootstrapping marketing, or what Seth Godin calls permission marketing. Now, this kind of marketing works very, very well with small businesses and bootstrapping businesses. It also can work very well with very large businesses, huge corporations. I mean, in general, it's an excellent way to do marketing. So let's talk a little bit about this idea of permission marketing. There's really two ideas I want to talk about. One is the idea of permission marketing. The other is the idea of niche marketing. And they're related, they're connected. But these are the kinds of marketing that you want to do as a bootstrapper, as an entrepreneur, with very, very little money to begin with. Okay, permission marketing. Permission, as you probably know, permission means that someone says it's okay to do something. Okay, so what does that mean? It's okay to do marketing. Someone says it's okay to do marketing. Permission marketing. Well, let's talk about old-style marketing, old-style advertising. You see it on TV still. You turn on the TV, you're watching a movie, and suddenly there's a break. The movie stops, and suddenly Ford is trying to sell you a car. Buy our car, buy our car. And there's a picture of the car driving around. Now, is that permission marketing? No, it's not. That's called interruption marketing. Interruption. Why? Because they're interrupting you. You don't want to watch a Ford commercial. You want to watch your movie. They are interrupting your movie. Right? They're forcing you to see that commercial. You don't want to see it. You didn't ask to see it. You didn't request it. So that is called interruption marketing, or really, it's just traditional marketing. Most traditional marketing, normal marketing, is interruption marketing. Billboards, radio advertising. They're trying to interrupt your attention all the time. Right? You're not asking about their product. You're not asking about their business. You're thinking about something totally different, and suddenly, boom, there's an advertisement on your TV or in your face or on the radio. Do not do that kind of marketing. Two reasons. Number one, it's very expensive and not very successful. Okay. Buying a TV advertisement, everybody thinks, oh, that's like the big, great way to advertise. It's not. It doesn't work very well. It's super expensive. If you're selling a car for $20,000, then okay, you can afford to pay for very expensive TV ads. But for most businesses, TV ads are not really the best way to market. They're expensive. The results are often so-so, not so great. It's hard to measure the results. It's hard to know if you're making more money than you're spending. So that's standard interruption marketing. Buying an advertisement in a newspaper. Paying for a billboard. Television ads. Radio ads. Those kinds of things. They're also called broadcast advertisements or broadcast marketing. Broadcast means you send a message to everybody. Right? So we're watching a TV show and everybody sees the same advertisement. Now, some people might want to buy a car, might be thinking about buying a car, but a lot of people are not thinking about buying a car and in fact don't need a car, don't want a new car, and are absolutely not interested in getting a new car at all. So you're wasting those advertisements. You're still paying to reach those people, but you have no chance of them being interested in your product. So what's the other reason that we don't want to do broadcast marketing or interruption marketing? Well, the other reason is that it annoys people. It bothers people. Right? I mean, I'm annoyed when I watch a movie. For example, I go to a movie theater. Now they show advertisements at the beginning of the movie. It's really annoying. I don't want to watch a car commercial at the movie. I want to see the movie. when I'm watching a TV show. I don't want to watch a bunch of stupid commercials. I want to see the TV show. So when you're using this kind of marketing, you're really annoying people. And while you may get some sales from it, you're not building long-term relationships with possible customers by this kind of marketing. And in some ways, you're hurting yourself. What is this permission marketing? It's the whole point of this chapter. What is permission marketing? Okay, so permission marketing is marketing that someone asks for. They want it. They want information from you. So the internet is the easiest way to do this now. It's possible to do it other ways, but really the internet is kind of the main way now to do permission marketing. How does permission marketing work? How does it start? What are the steps? Well, first of all, we're using the internet. How does somebody ask for information on the internet? Well, they do a search, right? They go to Google and they do a search. So let's use Effortless English as an example. Someone goes to Google. They're looking to learn more English. They want lessons. They want more information about learning English. So they type into Google, learn English, or English class, or learn English MP3. Something like that. They are asking. I'm not calling them on the phone and bothering them. Hey, learn some English. I'm not yelling at them in a commercial on TV. No, they take the first step, right? You probably took the first step when you got these lessons. The first step is you searched for some information about English. I'm not interrupting you. You're asking me for information. You want information. That's permission. You're giving me permission to give you information. So you do your Google search. And then in the Google results, either the paid results on the right side or the unpaid in the middle, you find Effortless English. There's a link, and it says something about, learn to speak English easily and fast. And you think, oh, that's what I'm looking for. I want to speak English easily and fast. And you click on the link. What do you go to next? You go to a web page. And the web page says, well, enter your email, and I'll send you emails with suggestions, with advice, and with information about how to learn English faster, about how to speak English better, and I'll also tell you about my English lessons and how you can buy them. So, to get that information, you must agree. You must give me permission to send the information. You want the information. You ask for it. You enter your email address and hit enter, submit. That's the only way you can get that information from me. So that's why it's called permission marketing. It means you're marketing to people who give you permission, who say, yes, please send me information about your company, your product, your system, etc., your ideas. And this is so much better for many reasons. Reason number one is that you have a good relationship. It's an honest relationship, right? The customer wants information from you, and you're helping them. Okay, you're not annoying them. You're not interrupting them. They are asking for information. You're giving them information. You're helping them. They're looking for your ideas, your product, your service, and then you're giving them information about it. So you can build trust. You build trust with people this way. They learn to trust you because you are giving them what they asked for. You're helping them. That's permission marketing. It's the difference between permission and broadcast marketing, or permission and interruption marketing. Another thing about this is it's much more effective in terms of return on investment, ROI. You often see that phrase, right? ROI, return on investment. It means if I spend $10 on advertising, how much money do I make from sales because of that? If I spend $10 on advertising and I make, $8 on sales, well, that's a negative return on investment. The negative ROI. I spent more money than I made. Bad idea. If I spend $10 advertising, but I make $100 on sales because of the ads, well, that's a great ROI, a great return on investment. Every $10 I spend, I make 100. That's fantastic. So the ROI for permission marketing is much higher. And of course, it makes sense, right? Why is it higher? Because you are sending your information to people who want it. Only to people who want it. You're not sending it to anyone else. You're not wasting your money advertising to people who don't care about you, who don't need you, who don't want you. You're only marketing, you're only communicating with people who have some interest in what you do, who need what you have. That's much more efficient. It's much more effective. And the ROI, the return on investment, is much, much better, generally. Another great thing about permission marketing is that it creates a long-term relationship. Right? When the customer gives you, or the prospective customer gives you, permission to communicate with them, to keep a relationship. So if you're using the internet and email, then you send them a series of emails about your ideas. You give them free advice. You give them good information for free. You're not trying to make money on everything. You're really helping them. You have a genuine, honest desire to help them. Sometimes you recommend other people's products. Why? Just because you know they're helpful and they're good. You're not going to make any money from it, but it doesn't matter. You're building a trusting relationship with people. And then, of course, yes, you do tell them about your own services and products. They're more likely to buy from you because they trust you now, because you're giving them valuable information for free, because you're giving them what they asked for, because you didn't interrupt them. You waited for them to ask. It's basic politeness, if nothing else. But it's also very effective marketing. It's very good business practice. It's also profitable. It's win-win. It's good for the customer. They get good information. They get what they want. They get help for exactly what they're looking for. And they don't get bothered by other stuff. It's good for the business. Because you build a relationship, a long-term trusting relationship with people who want what you have, who need your service, who will benefit, who you can really help. So that's why I very strongly recommend using permission marketing. Doesn't matter what your business is. I don't care what you're selling. I don't care what service you have. I don't care what kind of business you have. Use permission marketing, not interruption marketing. That's effortless marketing. Only communicate with people who ask for it. And again, and the easy step-by-step way, which I'll talk a little bit about in the next chapter, but very quickly now, is that you do an advertisement on Google, maybe, or Yahoo, or MSN, on certain keywords, right? Words that people look for information about what you do. They click the ad. Some people click the ad. They like what you're selling. They like your information, and they want more. So they go to your web page. Now, on your web page, you don't try to sell them anything, right? Don't buy. Okay, you need to build trust first. People want to trust you. They want information. You need to give before you get. What are you going to give? You're going to give them free, useful information. And you can do it by email. So they enter their email as the next step. And then you send them some emails, a series of emails. And you don't immediately try to sell them stuff. You just give them useful, free, interesting information that they want, that they need, that they're looking for. You build trust. It's like dating a girl. Or a guy, depending on your preference. You don't go on the first date and say, marry me, marry me, marry me. Right? That's what interruption marketing is. Marry me now, marry me now. You don't know me, but marry me. Okay? Most people don't respond to that. With dating, you go a little by little, step by step. You get to know each other. Right? You build trust. You build closeness. Step by step, little by little. You do it by giving and by trusting and being honest and being good and being helpful. Then, after a strong, deep relationship develops, okay, then you become serious. Then maybe you get married. Well, it's the same in business. You don't try to, buy right now. Okay, that's like trying to get married right away. No, you date. You're kind. You're honest. You give useful information for free. You help people. You create trust. You're honest. You're good. If you do that, then people do trust you, and eventually, if they want to buy English lessons, well, they're going to buy from Effortless English because I've already been helping them a lot with a lot of free information, with free podcasts, with free ebooks, lots of free advice, all kinds of good stuff. So that's what you need to think about. So the next step is they enter their email, and then you send them just some free, very useful, helpful information. And then after you've developed your relationship, then in one of your emails, or in several of your emails, you have a link to your product page or your service page. And you can say, well, if you want my product, or if you want my service, or you want to learn more about my business, go to this page, and you have a link. They go there, they read more, and then maybe they do buy from you. Because now you have trust. Now you have a good relationship with them. So that's permission marketing. That's the basic idea. I recommend Seth Godin's book. His first name is Seth, S-E-T-H. His last name is Godin, G-O-D-I-N. And his book title is Permission Marketing. Great book. All right, in the next chapter of this ebook, I'll tell you a little more in detail about how to do a permission marketing campaign. You can do this with a tiny business. You could do it with a big corporation. Works basically the same. Okay.